Everyone, today we're just going to continue with P5 attempts. Yesterday we got to a PV of 10 bosses in of Oro and Mato. Today we're going to try and beat that. So for everyone who's new, the P5 grid challenge just means I need to beat the entirety of P5 while dodging Geo. So there's a 1 HP enemy at the start of each fight that I kill and drops 3 Geo. And I must dodge that Geo. Now it starts off with the somewhat easier bosses, although there are a few bosses at the start that are a bit hard. Gorb and Oro and Mato have proven to be the most troublesome for now. Okay, flaking. Now there is a technical issue with Razmother that causes her to drop a bunch of Geo, even though she's not supposed to. And I can't actually dodge that Geo because it's so much. So I do just use debug mode to avoid it, to the fact that it's not actually supposed to exist. And this is really part of the challenge. Right here, I'm just going to use debug mode to avoid the Geo. Which is annoying, but that's all I can really do about it. Now, last stream I had a bit of a bad habit of following on Massive Motor Charger, who is not a particularly hard boss. So this time I'm going to try and keep the flowing and trolling to a minimum. So I just need to take my time with this boss. Okay. That was kind of... That's what I meant in take my time. Not one hit and that's it. Okay, should die right here. Nice. Next boss is Hornet, and I just need to remember to keep Soul for right afterwards. Hornet is actually really fun because she's very similar to how you do her normally. Which is nice. Okay, I did not keep a lot of soul for gold, but now with gold there is RNG here. If some of the Geo drops off of the edge, I need to... It gets like delayed by a very long while, and it's really hard to catch it. Okay, I need to be careful. Now it is, granted it is possible to still catch it after it falls, but it's not easy. If it's possible, I would like to. No! How much HP does Scope have? Wow, he just doesn't die. That's annoying, but okay. Already first attempt to get into Gorb is pretty good. I got a bit stuck on the first few bosses last stream, so already showing improvement in the consistency, which is nice. Gob is just a really hard fight though. Especially for the start. Oh! Okay. I need to stop a little bit. Missing with Mark of Pride is so embarrassing. Okay, nice. Benchmarking always takes a while. It's very annoying that Grasmother gets stuck like that. Okay, a bit open. Not dated. False Knight, as long as I don't do anything down, it's just like very consistent. It's nice that a lot of the consistent bosses are at the start. I mean, it also checks out. I almost picked up usually though. Yeah, so this boss is extremely easy in like normal gameplay, and it's kind of the same here, as long as I don't do anything. Oh, okay. Now what happened there is I was forced to flip the orbit rotation. I'm used to it being clockwise, so if it gets flipped because of a boss trap or something else, like me messing up, I try to flip it back to what I'm used to. Away from me. Okay, go down. Nice. This also took quite a bit longer in the last stream. Now for Dunk Defender, I don't really want to mess with him at the start because it's just a good way to pick up the Geo accidentally. I also need to just always be ready to the phase transition. because he can like stun me while I'm in there. Okay, phase transition is right now. Nice. Very clean. Now for Soul Warrior, I need to get the Geo quickly, but also need to pay attention for the mistakes. Okay, very scary. Stop spinning me out. Should die. Survived way longer than I thought. Now, with Molek, TSO actually gives us time to really pick up the Geo, which is really nice of him. His sacrifice is not in vain. Oh! Why did he jump so far? Should die soonish. Yep, nice. Okay, this is real progress, and I'm already to Moto. That's really nice. Now I need to not fall on them. Although to be fair, this isn't a very easy fight. I am throwing though. Nice. What am I doing? No! I got confused because the stun fatigue. That was so close! The throw of the century. It's alright, we got already like 10 minutes in, we already got to a Royal Master, we can beat the BB. Oh, that's so painful though. That should have been it, but I threw. Alright. Kinda crazy how fast I went. I went from being stuck on gold to like second try getting him on this zone. He really is just not dying, huh? Nice. Okay, that's on me. I kind of just guessed she would go towards me, like to the right instead of the left. Fair enough. After Oron Mato is Marmo, I believe, which for my attempts was either free hitless or I just get knocked into the gym. Great dive. What am I doing? This boss really just lasts 3 times as long as it really should, huh? It is quite easy. I tried to play. Bit walking, but it's done. Now take your time with MMC. Also, Massive Morph Charger is even easier in the Hall of Worlds because you can actually have like a charm build that is dedicated to him with like double nail range and knockback and steady body. So he was even more of a joke in Hall of Week. I'm like almost certain that I can hit her through the like I don't know what to call it. The attack she does me with all of the binding. Okay, so that's bad RNG and I pick the RNG. That's just bad RNG. It happens. One of the Geo fell down, so I had to pay attention to it. One of the Geo was extremely early, and I just couldn't get there in time. And the other was extremely late, so even if I could get there in time, I would probably just fall into the other one. And Gorb was trying to go. I really just got the worst RNG from every single thing. That's where I go. Okay, well, that's just me not thinking. I still can't believe the VOD on Noramato. Like, that's kinda crazy. Something like that happened to me on, like... At least I remember it happened on the Collector. Literally the first attempt I did it against the Collector in the Hall of Greed, trying to do him heedless with Geo. The same thing happened. Like, I beat him, and then because of a primal last speed that's still there, or like, I got hit by a primal last speed projectile while he died, which knocked me into the Geo. Sucks when that happens. Okay. I just jumped. Okay. That was just me being dumb. I didn't look where the Geo is. I just jumped. That's kind of just what happens when you do like a single input without thinking about it. Ow. Okay, and then he's in an awkward spot, I can't Nice. Okay, charge only Grandmother. What am I doing? I just jumped so late in the orbit. Fair enough. I just should have jumped earlier instead of waiting for more nail hits. Okay, camping me out on 1 HP. Literally missing everything. Don't fall on enemies. Take it slow. Don't quit. I like almost hit the enemy before. If I kill this enemy before he does the scream, I just instantly lose. Because I get stunned and the Geo just comes for me. Alright, with this move. Hornet. Just do a Hornet. Don't do anything wrong. I was almost taken down. What am I doing? Yeah, if she gets stunned on my left, I need to not do that. I can't do the normal strat because that happens. Noted. Okay, very bad dive, but I live. Okay, very bad dive, but I live. I'm just doing horrific dives, but it's fine. He actually dies pretty early. I don't know, the timing they die in is very weird to me for the moment. I'm not throwing you out. Yeah, I wanted to ask how much she can destroy. That was an interesting grass model. What is this foresight? Well, I barely have enough souls. It's not even that bad if I don't have get full soul. Wow, I do. But like, I don't really use soul on MMC, so I just will get all of it back probably. Alright, probably was a bit too greedy where I got hit. So on left side staggers I can't do the normal finish. Can you life back to the So I'm just going to go to a right. Okay. Nice. Gold. Let's hope for some good energy. That's bad energy. Oh my god! That's just RNG, like completely. If I get bad RNG on the Geo falling down, I just need to hope that I just jump blindly and hope that the Geo will come at the correct time. Which, most of the times it does. I just got very unlucky twice. It's annoying that every time I get this wall, I just get bad RNG. Eventually that won't be the case, so get good energy at some point. Heal on that bench backing. Okay. Wow, I survived that. Okay. That was a very weird last model fight. Yo, what's up? I'm doing pretty well. I'm kind of getting stuck on gold. Very RNG fight. It's alright though. How about you? How is your day going? Smooth. Charger. Insane dive. She's getting stunned in the... Should die. Yep. Warp time! RNG? Yo, good RNG! Aye. Okay, so I got good RNG because the Geo didn't fall, but I got bad RNG because one of the Geo just stayed there. It just did not move for way too long. So I got 2 orbits, and that's kind of that happens. It's alright. I'm getting out all of the bad gold RNG. That was like the 3rd fight in a row with bad RNG. Eventually, I'll get good RNG. Ow. That was just a skill issue. Ow. Nice. I actually thought that was too late. But lucky. Alright, next goal will be the one. Last. Okay. Nice. always takes either 2 or 3 hits. Abyss shrieks. Sometimes he just like jumps out of the shriek final hit. So it takes another hit. Take it slow. That was incredibly stupid. You know what, I'll just get in next charge. I don't know if he will die though. Nice. I can't really get to the other side. So now I'm going to start keeping some gold. Ow. I was almost doing it. Should die like now. And wasted a bit of soul. Apparently I can just heal here. Yeah, that's the what is this RNG? That's the worst RNG I've seen in my entire life. Okay. Yeah, the goal is to beat P5 without picking up the Geo. At the start of each boss fight there's a 1 HP enemy I kill that drops a Geo. And then I dodge the Geo for the rest of the fight. Now, in situations like that, the Geo can fall into the abyss and take a random amount of time to go back. If it happens to 1 Geo, that's bad RNG and you hope you can get it. If it happens to 2, you are losing. Yeah, it is very interesting. Actually, got the idea from, or started with all of this because of Blue. If you know him, popular Fortnite content creator. Started with the, well, he wasn't the first one, but he popularized the 0 Geo any percent one. So I played a bit with that, played a bit with True Ending, which was interesting, and now I'm doing bosses. I did all of Gods with this challenge, and now I'm trying to beat P5. It looks way harder than it actually is. It's not easy, but it's not Taz only like it was supposed to be, which is pretty cool. It's not that hard to stabilize it into the orbit. The hard thing is that when Team Cherry coded Gathering Swarm, they didn't have whatever the fuck this is in mind. So they coded it in a way that every Geo being picked up takes a random amount of time. Which sometimes makes it way harder than it really needs to be to stabilize it. So the most RNG part by far is the start. Also, yeah, for whatever reason, Grandmother drops Geo here. It has something to do with the mod I'm using so that Geo can drop in God Home. And it's broken specifically with her, so I just whatever that is with the mod. But yeah, in normal circumstances, as long as you have dash, it's not that hard. You kind of just jump above it and dash. The main hard thing about it is that you can just instantly lose. If you pick up Geo, that's it. So you need to be really careful. And also getting hit into the orbit happens pretty often if you get hit a lot. So that's another thing. You need to not get hit a lot, but also not get, like, dodge the Geo. So it's interesting. Ow. Another thing that you need to consider is the fury. The thing is, getting hit is not the worst thing if you know how to do it. You can get it in a certain way so that you don't get hit into the orbit. And doing every boss radiant, like hitless and with the Geo, is already pretty hard, let alone in a row. Ooh. No. Actually, Lifeblood is a good... That's actually a good point. But for Lifeblood I need to survive all the way until Oro and Mato. The fourth of the thing. Quick Slash is something I messed around a bit in the Hall of Greed. But it's not that bad. I got very unlucky and then very lucky. So I'm going to stop talking for a second because this boss is very hard. If he ever will come to me. Please, Bob. He just really enjoys camping me out. Yeah, Quick Slash is a bit hard to deal with. Although maybe Steady Body will make it fine. Go, please, I just want you to die. God, for the love of Christ. God damn. Oh, Stalwart Shield reduces a knockback? I didn't know that. I could look at that, although again, I don't think it would really help. I'm using, well, Stealth Shaman Stone, which is very interesting, you know. Mark of Wide is really nice for this challenge because your movement is very limited, so sometimes you can't get as close as you'd like to the boss. And the Sharp Shadow is also really nice for this challenge because it gives you just more time to react to what the gear is doing. And just lets you dash away at times sometimes. So if I remove a charm, it's probably Mark of Pride, and that would make things like maybe better, but way harder. Oh. Steady Body might be good. I actually haven't tried Steady Body with this challenge. In a bit. That was a bit scary, dashing to the same direction as him. Now, the nice thing with Molek is that Tiso is here to sacrifice himself for the greater good, so that I can stabilize the GD. So, we shall remember Tiso's sacrifice, it shall not be in vain. That was incredibly done. Okay, Oro and Mato, if I beat them, that's new PB right there. Although they are pretty difficult, so let's see.
Yes,
Okay. Nail and move it away. Now the hard part. No! And I just forward the end again. Oh my god. Yeah, it also happened last time. I beat them and then picked up the Geo doing the stun thing. So, does it really, I don't know if to call it a mechanic. It's kind of just a weird side effect of how stuns work in this game. When you stagger a boss, there's something I like to call stun fatigue, where the game pauses for a bit. Now the issue with that is that if you're like mid-holding the jump, or like tapping the jump, it will make your jump cut out in the middle, which will cause you to, let's say if there's an orb of impending doom chasing you, fall into it. Which is what happened last time. You can deal with it if you hold the input for longer than you actually intend to use, but you need to consciously think about it, which is a bit much when you need to consciously think about everything. That was just a skill issue though. I just got like swarmed and didn't really know how to deal with it. I should have shade dashed out of there early instead of staying there. They like slowly inch me into the corner though. Honestly, the reason is pretty simple. I like to be in between them because I have time to dive before they actually attack. If I start in between them, they can instantly like do the 2 slashes attack and hit me. Because dive takes a bit of setup. I can't just dive in the middle. If I dive over the ground, I could, but I know. Yeah, okay. Dashing is okay. I thought about diving. Dashing makes more sense. I don't know. I didn't really see a reason to, because if I start from the side, it just I need to dodge 1 slash attack and then I'm already to the part where I can farm them in the middle. I could try them. I could try. That was a bit late. How so? You mean I mean, I can't shriek at the start because they will just hit me out of it. They can attack instantly. How? Okay. Very, very surprised I didn't get hit there by force now. I'm not playing well. Okay, that was an incredible dive. But like, when are you suggesting I would shriek? Because I can't shriek at the start as much as I know, because they can attack instantly and hit me. Okay, well. So if they don't do the 2 slashes, I will get the shriek. You mean if they do the attack where they jump up in the air? The thing is, like, I already have quite a lot to react to. I need to pay attention to where the swarm also is. And most likely they won't both jump, because they both of them can either jump or do the 2-slash attack. And even if only one of them does the slashes attack, I can't shriek. Shriek, how it works is I can shriek off of the ground if I like stand still. I fat fingered the jump again. I can actually, you know what? I'm going to go to Hall of Gods. Okay, that's not Hall of Gods. A bit too far with that one. I'll go to like Oro and Mato and check, because it is actually pretty interesting and would help a lot. So let's check. I don't know why all of these aren't filled, because I have done all of them. But I guess.
Yes.
Let's see. What am I doing? That was interesting. What am I doing? See, right there, if I don't have Sharp Shadow, I just pick up the Jill, for example. Nice. So I just do this, and then let's see. I can't dash to the right though. Ooh, I see. Okay, that's interesting. How do I actually get out of this fight without? This is really awkward. Because I don't want to pick up the Geo, and I don't want to reset with debug mode. I can up slash. Yeah. I can up slash while waiting. You're right. I can stand in the middle of them, up slash, and then I can see what they do. The thing is, if I need to dash through one of them, I like you can dream. Ah, right. I forgot. Well, a bit late now. My dream gate in this file, I believe, in like Dirt's mouth or something. Oh, actually, it might not be. I guess I can check. Nah, you're good. So. The issue with this strat is that I can't, if the Geo is like to the left of me when I need to dash, and I can only dash to the left because I'm next to the wall, then I'm cooked. Because I can't dash to the left because I will dash into the Geo. Okay. Might be the goal. Wait. Oh, do you? Okay. Good. One, it's good to know. Two, I think your strat, one, is extremely smart. Two, I can't do it if I stun the first one next to a wall. Because if he's next to a wall, I can only dash out of there through the side that is not next to a wall. Which might get me to get through the Geo. But otherwise, it seems like a great strat. And either way, I can get up flashes. So, really nice. Ooh. Yeah, I can like. Okay, I have more than enough time to react to that. That's a great start. Okay. Can I... I tried to. I didn't have enough iframes. Okay, but great start. I'll steal that. Pretty weird that the Hall of Gods resetted there, because this is the file I also did the Hall of Greed in. I'm going to go on a rant for a bit. I used to speedrun the game a lot. I kind of stopped with all of this geo stuff, but I did speedrun a few Zero Geo Garden Swarm categories, and the routes are so cursed, it's crazy. Like, there's obviously, yeah, I originally was a speedrunner, kind of stopped with all of this, but it's pretty fun to speedrun the Zero Geo categories. Thing is, I mean, there's only really any percent for speedruns. True ending is possible, I did it, but not as a speedrun. It took a very long time because you need to do the Queen's Gardens arena, and like half of the enemies will drop Geo and you get no combat upgrades. Which, by the way, I wanted to rant about. You get literally no combat upgrades. You get Soul Twister and 1 Charm Notch and like Dash Master. Oh, you also can get 1 Soul Twister. And that's all of the upgrades you get. If I remember correctly, in the True Ending run, when I did like the Radiance, the phase where there's just Sword Rain, it took like an entire minute of just attacking her, because you have Nail 0, you can't buy nail upgrades, Fury is useless because you have Nail 0, and I did not have Shriek or Wraiths, because the Wraiths arena is not something I'm going to do if I can avoid that. It does. Interesting thing, in any percent, technically the meta or like the best route is Fury route, but even in Fury route you buy a nail upgrade, because Fury is like based on percentage, meaning it gets exponentially better. 75% of 5 damage is actually not that much. So it's not even faster if you don't have a nail upgrade. What do you mean double the speed? With nail 1 it's only 75% of 5 rounded up, which is 3 or 4? I mean, yes, it's really good, but it's not worth... It's not really viable when you need to dodge Geo from everywhere. Like, you will get hit a lot. I'm talking right now about not a speedrun, just the True Ending run. I could have technically done like Radiant... Once you get to Hollow Knight and the Radiance, there's no actual threat because you're not going to pick up Geo, and it's not a speedrun, it's just trying to beat it. So there's no actual issue with doing Fury, I just like didn't really see the reason because Radiance is pretty easy anyways. It's just annoying. You also need to do Soul Tyrant as soon as you get Dive in the True Ending run, which is not fun. Soul Tyrant with no charms, no nail upgrades, base Fireball and base Dive is not an experience. Oh my god. It's not an experience I would wish on my worst enemies. I can't say it looks. I don't like. Yeah, like it's not even that. It's not harder or more impressive. It's just longer. I mean, I can't even blame you. All bindings is like just annoying. It's like I can't say it's not hard. Because hard is kind of depends on the person. But like, Yeah, again, low gear fights are just annoying. They're usually not even that much harder than if you had good gear. It's just they take so long. Like, I really can't blame you if you can't be bothered. Oh my god, if you can't be bothered with it because it's really annoying. I actually don't think I've ever done like finished P5 all bindings. I tried it and I got. Yeah, modded bosses are really fun. I haven't done too many low bosses. Yeah. Like low percent actually makes me hurt looking at it. Although I guess it's less low gear gameplay and more killing, like extinguishing the B society in order to get essence. Modded boss fights are really fun though. I haven't done too many of them. I've done like, you know, the usual corrupted kin. So I actually forgot that one NKG boss fight, Absolute Inferno King Dream. All of that bullshit. Pretty fun. I tried any Radiance, didn't get too far, and did double Radiance, which was fun. Actually, yeah, Anirad is big. I can't keep up with all of the Anirad versions. There's like Anirad up until 3.0 now, which hasn't been beaten by a human. And then there's like 70 different Anirad clones, like Immortal Light and stuff like that. I could go back to Anirad at some point. I'd kind of like to focus on the Geo right now. But maybe after. We'll see. Okay, yeah, I'm just not playing away. Yeah, we're actually at the end of exams period, which is nice. I'm like at the end of high school, so there's not actually much left. Most days I kind of just don't have school, which is nice. Honestly, anyone who can beat normal Anirad is impressive to me. Though I feel like there's different kinds of impressive. Like I think getting Void Idol, like all of the Hall of Gods Radiant, I've done it multiple times and it's not that hard for me, but I still think it's really impressive for someone to do it. I just have an ungodly amount of hours on this game, which sounds like you know. Yeah, actually, a decent amount of players don't do P5. Like, I know a lot of people get to P4 or even P3 and are like, that's enough. I don't really feel like doing every boss in a row. I mean, yeah, speedrunning is more platforming than combat, though. Like, only if you get to the higher levels. Yeah, okay, I get it. Then, yeah, kind of. You could also get the grind for P5 all bindings and stuff like that. Or like hitless P5 or something like that. I mean, yeah. There's also All of Gods grinding. Like getting every Radiant on All of Gods. Which is, I feel like the peak of casual. Although, that kind of depends on the person you ask, I guess. Speedrunning this game is really weird, because, like, it's either, at the start it's really easy, you kind of just go to, through the route, you can get, like, a nail upgrade if you're not that great. The Hog is what I should... I'm sorry, I'm lost in all of the Radiance variants. What is Radiance Hog? Is it the Radiance with like a hook and a bag of drugs? Ugh! I didn't look at the... Oh, Radiant All of Gods. Okay. then yeah, definitely the pick of casual. Speedrunning is at the start really easy. You can get like extra notches from like Schumel augers or something, and extra nail upgrades, and you can get the benches before the bosses, so it's not that hard. And then at the end, it's just so hard. You need to get every trick perfectly on the first try. You need to do the bosses, not only succeed in them, but do them very quickly. Umu is the worst boss. QJ is not even like it's annoying when you start integrating it into your route, but when you're used to it, it's not that bad. It's a bit like, if you're nervous, it's an issue. Like QJ is kind of a nervous check once you get consistent at it, because it's really easy to mess up if you like are nervous. The main issue for me with any percent, and the reason I kind of quit towards the end, is Umu. Umu is the worst boss in any context. In my YouTube channel, which I think is linked to Twitch, I did every boss Radiant with this Geo. Umu was the most RNG boss to exist. It was straight up just over and over and over again fighting Umu until I get the perfect attacks and the perfect like cycles, and she goes exactly where I want her to. Ow. And it was so annoying, and the winning like attempt doesn't even look impressive, or at least in my opinion, because it just get good RNG and play. I mean, you still need to play very well, but like, I don't know. I kind of enjoyed more the segmented any percentage. I'm just going to. I guess that's actually spitting quite well. I know, but I more enjoyed the segmented any percent. Yeah, she's like bugged for whatever reason. I need to speak with comments about it because it's really annoying. I can just ignore it for now. I did a segmented run for any percent where I kill an enemy at the start of each room and then go through that room with the Geo. For one, like Ipogo was really cool. It also sucked to actually do, but I really like the end for that. And Umu was really interesting because it's less RNG if you're not limited by time and aren't forced to do kisses. So it was actually just me getting good at the boss, which is pretty cool. Imagine skill being rewarded in this game. Also, dark rooms were interesting while dodging Geo. It is a bit annoying because you can't really, like from an outside perspective, can't really see the Geo. You just know it exists. Hornet is really nice because if I stun her on the right side of the screen, it's the same start as the it's just beating her normally. A plethora of mods. Yeah, a plethora of mods. I'm using Architect mod for spawning the 1 HP enemy. I use Geo Godhome, which is a mod made specifically for this challenge by Comet the Goat. With it just makes it so Geo can spawn here and normal, like vanilla enemies don't drop Geo. The only enemies that drop Geo are Architect enemies. Wow. I think I'm just going to practice like Grim because Grim is like really hard from what I've seen, and I'm not doing very well right now, so I'll just go practice Grim. So Architect mode, Godom Geo, and debug mods for resetting after I... Now I kind of want to focus on the Geo right now. I feel like it's really easy to lose consistency with this challenge if I kind of take a break, which is annoying. But it's what it is. Oh. I'll fight Green for like another 10 minutes, then try any rad for a bit and see how it goes. I haven't done any rad in like literally a year and a half. Actually, don't know if you're talking about the thing where you can stand in the middle of the like attack, like the pufferfish phase. I actually don't know. Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like you can stand underneath the pufferfish and not hit it. Ooh. Incredibly stuffed. Okay. I'm like breathing while I'm doing this. A bit scuffed. I like it. Damn. That's pretty interesting. The thing is, I don't really want to switch around the charms too much, because it would just make things a bit more complicated. Something I've learned recently is that no matter how niche something is, it can always find a use somewhere. Like, I might... Okay. I was doing some experimenting for the any percent zero Geogarden Swarm run. Specifically, the second devout in the beast den, you can kind of skip. There's a weird, like, skip that you can do to go above it, but it's really inconsistent. I found it, like, slightly slower, easier start for it, which I thought was useless for anyone that isn't me and runs this bullshit, but apparently it's pretty nice for low percent, because in low percent you do that for whatever reason. Also, there are Hollow Knight tourneys? That's a thing? Because that sounds like the coolest thing ever. Is it like for modded fights? I mean, listen, I like play all of the video games that don't get official tourneys, and it's just the community doing tournaments with no prize pool. It's not for them, man. How does a Hollow Knight tourney look? Sounds really interesting. Ow! Like, I could imagine it with speedrun, but is it like trying to beat bosses first time if someone loses, or... Like, what categories do you want? End brain bingo? That's a thing, that's not just something you made up. I mean, bingo it sounds really fun. I'm on the wrong side of this attack. Okay, I take it. What is hand brain? That sounds really fun, actually. Sounds really cool. Is it like a one-time thing at that tourney? Oh. I'm struggling reading and fighting at the same time. It's really funny. Ooh. Well, that sounds really cool. So it is like bingo for speedrunning stuff, or is it like fights? I am again on the wrong side. Why is this? Okay. Well, I don't want to say it like constantly, but it sounds really cool. I mean, bingo kind of requires its own skill. It's not really about. I mean, obviously it uses Hollow Knight skill, but the bingo itself is more. Why am I constantly on the wrong side? What am I doing? I mean, I guess I can just spam live. This is really hard to, like, every 3 seconds, flick my eyes to the left, see what you... You're from, not Funny Spider place. That's pretty cool. I did want to ask about that, because, the time zone seems like a pretty big issue. Do you need to, like, play at very weird times because of it? Oh! Oh my god. It's a pufferfish face, but I'm actually in the correct side. It's kinda crazy. That's... So you'll be the first. Wait! So, correct me if I'm wrong. No one has yet to beat Abstract 3. Is that correct? Or am I losing it? It has been cleared? Ah, not cleared. I mean, it's fine. Glitchless is basically clear. I mean, if I remember correctly, it took a very long time to get beaten, even with glitches, so it's not, yeah, it's like, walking storage, I assume? Ugh! Starless climb? There are stars in this game? I remember seeing like a... Oh my god. And the fight just gives you infinite dash. I mean, I know this game is really broken. And I saw like an attempt of Abstract 3 and he was just literally flying. Like continuously dashing through there. Oh. Okay. I mean, okay, Grim doesn't look that bad though. I just need to save my soul for the pufferfish race. That's... I see. I mean, so you're just forced to do like basically radiant any rat free. What? Okay. This game is so broken. I don't know. I truly love it. It kind of reminds me of like in any percent you could accidentally kill your one. You go through the City of Tears elevators, you know. If you're on the wall actively while the transition is happening, you are locked out of ever going on a wall again unless you save it. Which I did not know before it happened to me. Which was very interesting to say the least. There's also like some places where if you dash on the ground and jump, the game still thinks you're grounded, so you can't actually, like, if you try to pogo, it would just do a normal attack. So that in that place, there's like an instance of that place that you want to pogo something, like a background object, and I could not for the life of me pogo. I thought that every time I was just missing it. And I had talked with some people, and they told me I just need to not dash on the ground, because the game still thinks I'm grounded. What do you mean the void is Pokeball? That's extremely funny. I mean, it doesn't sound very useful. Just what do you mean until? You're saying it's relevant? How is that useful? Yeah, you said it's irrelevant until 2.0. How is it relevant in 2.0? Oh. Ground orb. It's like, I know what you're saying, but I don't know what you're saying, you know? I kind of get it, yeah. Actually, to be fair, technically the hardest thing I've done with Radiance is, or Absolute Radiance, is the Geochange. Like getting Radiant... What are you doing? Go under the orb and pogo up, then dash over to the side of the arena, falling down and pogoing the void and dashing to the side of the car. Oh, I actually know what you... Okay. So, funny enough, I actually know what you... Okay, that's pretty cool that something this unintended is... What the... is useful. The hardest thing I've done with Absolute Radiance is probably... I think it's about on the level of anybody 1-ish. Maybe a bit harder. Doing it Radiant and with Geo is not easy. It also really shows you how broken the fight is. Like, there were multiple times where an orb kind of spawned near the ground. I lured it into the ground and it hit me. It like went into the floor without getting destroyed and hit me. Yeah, I'm saying from my limited experience, yeah. What do you mean that's intended? Okay. If it's intended, that's a skill issue, I guess. Yeah, it's just... I kind of noticed that sometimes orbs go into the ground and delay a sec before getting destroyed. But like, it only happened to me once that it actually had enough time to hit me. Wallhack orbs. I'm learning more things than is probably healthy, but it's interesting. actually kind of know what you're saying in terms of trying to be the first in your country to beat something. At least was. I assume I still is because it's a small country and not that many people play Hollow Knight here. I was ranked second in any percent in my country and was very close to getting to first. Unfortunately, the person that is first in our country is Monster, who is, you know, I'm from Israel, which, you know, is not the greatest time to be from this country, but I didn't really get a choice. Now, Monster is also from Israel, and is quite talented at the video game. Oh, okay, I suck. It's pretty funny because Monster did like his PB is from 3 years ago. The run got so optimized, and he's still top 100. That's how good he was. I was slightly like somewhat close to beating it, and then Silk sent him out. So, you know. It was pretty funny. The like few days before Silksong came out, speedrun.com was having a stroke because a lot of people were trying to get a new PB before Silksong and, you know, losing all of their skill from playing another video game. And I got very close. I got to, I think, like top 120. Now the thing is, yeah, it was really funny. Before all of the shops broke from Silksong, speedrun.com broke for a bit because of how many people were running Silksong. Or running Hollow Knight. My PB technically could have beaten him, but I got a 4-cycle I hate this so much. Like, obviously it's a skill issue, but I don't care. It's just Umu is so bad. Even if you get a 2-cycle, you can lose time to Umu. Because you can just get like 2 long attacks, and each long attack loses you 5 seconds over getting the short one. So you can lose like 15 seconds playing perfectly. And 15 seconds is quite a lot. I believe I was like 20 or 30 seconds away from top 100. Getting 4-cycle is so like sad though. I just flew. I played perfectly for the rest of the run as well. Or like perfectly compared to myself. Obviously not world record. I thought about, like, I played Silksong like every person on Earth, and thought about doing, I mean, yes, but not really. Because the TAS uses, like, working storage. I mean, technically legal working storage, but, the amount of frame perfect inputs in each room is better than possible. I don't know if that's correct. I know there's like a weird with like the way the TAS gets working storage. There's like a weird RNG thing about it. So I actually don't know if it's possible. Also, I don't know if you can physically move your hands fast enough to do all of the frame perfect inputs, because there is like dozens of them in a few seconds of the run. I mean, the TAS is like 4 or 5 minutes away from world record at this point. If I remember correctly, world record is 31? Or like 30-30 maybe. It really is. Every room is just working storage. The bosses aren't actually that much like faster, I think Comso bosses is like almost the same as Taz. Anyways, I was trying to optimize the Zero Geo route run because the route is so... So we're just going to... Don't mind me, I just need to... Yeah. I get one like every stream, it's a bit annoying. How do I actually... That's not... Timeout ban. Okay, so I was trying to, yeah, I was trying to optimize the Zero Geo one because it's so cursed, and I couldn't believe it would be the optimal route. It's like you kind of do everything normally. It's still Blue Lake route. You do Blue Lake, Lorien, dive, reverse fungal to get to C dash, which is normal for Zero Geo. But then after Hera, you like go back through Queen's Gardens. You do reverse Queen's Gardens, go through the the entrance below Lovely, Fungal Wastes, go through Queen's Station, the entirety of Four Canyon in reverse, and reverse acid skip back to Crossroads, and then get to Hollow Knight. And I just couldn't believe that would be possible. So I tried to find a better route, and what I technically did, it does involve 1-2-1 Isthmus route, where there are like 5 skips back and forth from Isthmus, which I decided I'm just not going to deal with, because yeah. It's a bit annoying that the optimal route for any given category is either Eye Boulder or like Isthmus route, because they both kind of suck. Oh, this is going to be the last Grim fight. Actually, isn't the Anirat as a mod kind of weird? I remember it being like a bit annoying to like I need to download it separately. It's not like on Lumify, something like that, right? Yeah. I think I might have it still on my PC. I'm not sure. I'll check. If not, I probably will just download it from live. I don't think I'm going to enter. I'll enter any code when. God. I'll enter it when I actually like get into any radiance, because right now I am just busy with the Zero Geo stuff. I'll do like one run with P5 here, and then probably end the stream. I threw both times I got to my PB. That's really annoying. Yeah, I think I entered it. No, I entered the... I'm in the Hollow Knight Models run, or server. I mean, yeah, I assume everyone in the Anirad code already did like Anirad 1, which is still kind of an insane concept to me. I might enter. I talked with some people in the models Discord channel about the Anirad. I didn't try it for like that much. I got to the platform phase and then kind of got lost on what I'm supposed to do there. So I kind of just quit. Can you please... Blood! Top center and stand it up. Okay, that noted for next time. It's kind of hard to figure out what to do when you're actually in the fight. Yeah, question, for any rod climb, do I need like a boulder shell or something? We're talking about a tune right now. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, I don't really care about what technically is needed. Technically, you don't need any charms. But like, practically speaking. You can't, like, even, I mean, technically speaking, Taz could probably do it. I'm saying probably because I really do not know. Yeah, that's what I assumed. It's kind of like that with a lot of things with Geo, where technically nothing is ever impossible if you know what RNG you're going to get, but if you're like it does. But otherwise, some RNG is either impossible or extremely hard when you react to it. Okay, this is like actually the last run because I do need to leave. I'm just like sad about losing both times I got to O and Mato, and so close to the end. Like, I don't remember, did I knock one of them down as well in the PB, in the fight you saw? Because I got one earlier where I died, where I got knocked, like, I picked up the Geo after eating them. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I think next stream is going to be a PB, but I might lab the O and Mato. Although again, your slot is going to very much help. Alright, Loki in time. I do not have a lot of soul, huh? Stun fatigue is scary. Does it do like weird things to influence the RNG? Yeah, it probably is just like influencing the RNG, so it does weird shit. It's so I can fully read your message while just spamming attack on MMC. This is so funny. Tazos are like the coolest thing ever, I'll be completely honest. I mean, segmented runs kind of capture what Tazos can do, which is why I really like them and did one. But it's really not even close to what Taz can do. Alright, go time. Let's see the RNG check. Good RNG? Great RNG. Alright. And Gob is giving me space. Oh, I mean, compared to what he usually does. I can't get close. Gob! Thank you. Okay, spawned on my head. Okay. Gorb is stressful as ever. Now we get to... What is? Oh yeah. I actually don't really remember what happens in the final phase. Very funny thing for the Zero Geo fight with Absolute Radiant. Oh, I actually know what you mean. It is pretty funny, yeah. In the final, like, part of Absolute Radiance when I did it with Geo, I actually had to learn how to do the phase normally. Because normal players, like, actually fight her. But if you know that the orbs just despawn, you kind of just do that. And you don't need to deal with her. Oh my god! Okay. No Geo picked up. This boss is way more stressful than it has any right to be, I'll be completely honest. Ooh. He's died already. Nice. And I heal. Yeah, I assumed it wouldn't be very good. I assumed that it wouldn't be very good for, like, actually hard fights. What is... Alright, that's it for today. Yeah. I could have survived, I just didn't expect him to go all the way to the corner. For some reason, I thought the game was built to give this challenge an opportunity to not be cursed. But it hasn't been designed. I can't speak. Goddamn, the game hasn't been designed with this in mind, so you can jump all the way to the corner. It's alright though. So this is going to be the end of the stream. I really appreciate everyone who's been talking with me. This has been really fun. I can also now see that the chat box is kind of not in a great position. So I'll just move that aside. See you. Thanks a lot for talking with me and well, just being really fun to hang with. Have a nice day, mate. Goodbye.